the worst article you will ever see. Try your best to get through this. Good luck. I nearly died filming this. Brain cell evisceration. You're not going to have any brain cells if you read this article. Even if you watch this video, you're probably not going to have any left. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can get through this. All right. Bionano Genomics just can't kick the cash raising bug with all its dilution. Oh yeah. Two share offerings. Yeah. So much dilution. Oh man. All its dilution. So much, right? BNGO stock could fall to 185. Its potential cash per share if the 350 million cash raise goes through. So they released their quarter one earnings, right? It shows that the San Diego you made 3.2 million in sales, right? Just conveniently neglects that there was a big revenue beat. Somehow BNGO stock has a market capitalization of 1.23 billion despite losing 9.9 million in the quarter. Let's just think about all the other companies that were not profitable but ended up being super successful. Tesla, Bitcoin, Twitter, Facebook, anything. I mean, I can't even think of many off the top of my head because I'm blanking out, but literally pretty much almost every single company starts out not profitable. Almost, I mean, 90% of them start out not being profitable. Do you know what they do? They get better. Learning curve. We start making more sales. We start getting more catalysts. We start getting 2021 upcoming milestones like Bionano has listed. 5 studies. We've got several catalysts. We've got Sapphire 2.0. We've got nano nozzle potential. We've got single nucleotide detection. Are you kidding me? Absolute bullshit. There's no other way to say it. This is just absolute bullshit. We have not even gotten to the worst part. The worst part is actually at the end, so make sure you watch till the end. So he proceeds to say we have a lot of cash. Now Bionano wants to raise almost twice the cash it has. What makes you say that, buddy? Why? Is it the S3 SEC form here? Is that why? Because they technically can, although the chief financial officer has literally said that their if I can find it here, that he literally said last quarter, and he said this exactly yesterday as well. Basically, he believes, this chief financial officer, their cash stockpile significantly de-risks the company, solidifies our financial future, and allows us to focus not on offerings, but on the achievement of our long-term vision to disrupt genomics through the global adoption of Sapphire. What about that screams, we're going to do an offering soon to you? What? There's not... The amount of ignorance this guy has. I mean, do you even know about, did you even watch the earnings call yesterday? Did you hear the chief financial officer say this exact same thing yesterday? Yes, I'm pissed. How can I not be pissed? This guy's literally trying, hey, let me tell you a story, guys. Microvision, all right? I have the video on my channel. You can watch the video and you can literally prove it. Fact check me if you want. There was an article claiming Microvision was BS. It was, it's so overvalued. It's actually it was really similar to this one. A lot of similarities, you know? They were claiming it's a fraud. It's going to go back to $1 a share. Its true value is not worth any. Its market cap is a fraction of what it is today. I kid you not. Like less than a week after that article, we went up 55% in a day. I'm not kidding. It was the HoloLens news. The Microsoft deal with the military, that was what sent the stock 55% higher. Do you know what that article would have? Do you know how many people that article probably made sell out? That article probably made so many people sell out, and I hope no one sold out when you saw this, because you got to be careful with these articles, man. These people want your money. They want to trick you. These people are getting paid off by the bears and by the institutions. A lot of them, I guarantee you, many of them are being paid off to write this. I mean, they're not even giving you any bullish news in this whatsoever. They are literally just trying to take your shares. Of course, please, I'm just a guy doing stocks, okay? I'm just a guy giving my opinions, but this is retarded. I'm not gonna lie to you, but please make your own investing decisions. Technically, we could fall to 185, which is absolutely fanciful and laughable. I don't know if this guy is planning on assassinating the CEO or shoot him in his head, but otherwise, this guy is going to be... I'm going to remember this article. I'm going to remember this video a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. And I just want to teach everyone that articles like this, do not trust them. Yes, he can technically be right, but when you have articles that are one-sided like this, never a good sign. And if you just read it, you can see the shit that we have to deal with here. Okay, in the past several months, blown out share capital, yada yada, 362 million through the offerings, right? 29% of its market cap. So we hired Cohen and Company to raise another 350 million. Bionano has not said how much it's been raised during quarter 2, but if it succeeds, okay, what makes you think they're even trying to raise anything in quarter 2? I don't know. That would bring the cash balance to 712 million. Again, he has not given one reason, not one, other than the implied. I mean, he doesn't even make this reason. The form S3 here, potentially, yes, they can technically do more offerings. They can technically raise more shares. Technically, yes. But what would it cost in share dilution? This could be harsh. BNGO stock is down. Okay, yada, yada. Okay, there is no cash acquisition. Yeah, let's just conveniently assume here that it's going to be done at a significant discount, and the institutions are only going to get in if it's at a 25% discount to the current price, $393. Are you kidding me? That is way low in my opinion. This is not how you do it. When you make strong opinions like this, you assume stuff that's conservative, that gives the other side an advantage. Not 25% discount. Are you kidding me? What, this guy, man. As of the time of publication, okay, yada yada. So 393 is where he thinks institutions will be getting in at. I mean, who knows? He could be right, but it's just like, really, institutions have been buying in at the fives. Like, millions of shares have been bought in the fives. You think 3.93, 25% discount? Really? That's your thought? Just Einstein, man. This guy's just genius. Just next Kathy Wood right here. Okay, so basically, in his little calculation here, this means there will be 15% more shares issued, 319 million, could further damage the stock price for existing shareholders. Yeah. More offerings would damage the share price. What to do with BNGO stock? Short. Give me your cheap shares. That's what this guy really wants. Let's be honest. We all know this guy is just a Robbie that hasn't figured out the truth yet. Bionano Genomics reported a negative cash burn, yada yada, an annual run rate free cash flow loss of 55 million. Maybe that is why the company feels it needs to raise more cash. The first reason why the first time he has given a reason as to why he thinks we may be raising more cash. Now, of course, he conveniently neglects the fact that we are beating revenue estimates and on the way to profitability much faster than simply Wall Street, and Wall Street is projecting. Everyone is projecting. Also, of course, in an article like this, when you're getting paid millions or at least thousands of dollars to write it, you have to not add in the fact that the chief financial officer said yesterday, basically, he directly implies that offerings are not needed because they're in a secure and solidified financial position for the next few years. Not days, not months, not weeks, years, my friends. Or maybe an acquisition comes to mind, bring profits to the company. No one thing is for sure. That's right. But no one thing is for sure, which is why it's so peculiar and hypocritical that you're so fixed on, we're going to hit 184 if there's an offering. We're going to hit 440. No, that's just not how it works. Also, the whole assuming that you need a 25% discount is just god-awful. Like, no, not every offering has to be down 25% from the current price. There's plenty of offerings that are at the market price. More cash on the balance sheet probably won't lead to a higher BNGO stock price. Now, this is a little bit irrelevant, but this just speaks to how kind of retarded this guy is, respectfully. I don't mean to make this guy feel bad. I don't mean to hurt the feelings, but when you make an article as naive and misleading as this, all my respect is gone already. There is no reason for me to respect you if you're going to not even give both sides fairly. More cash on the balance sheet is good. If you have, let me ask you a question. If you have two companies, they're the exact same. One of them has $5 billion on the cash in the balance sheet cash. One of them, and another one has $0. Right? Which one are you going to pick? Which one are you going to pick? The $5 billion. Even if it's a narrow increase, and they're the exact same. More cash is a better thing. Do you know why? Acquisitions, operating expenses, you can pay them down faster. You can liquidate debt faster. Payroll expenses, marketing, anything you can think of. All right, you need cash for essentially everything in this world. More cash in the balance sheet more cash in the balance sheet in the aggregate should roughly correlate with a higher stock price. Yes, that's obvious. But no, according to this guy, more cash in the balance sheet probably won't lead to a higher BNGO stock price. In fact, it will probably accelerate the stock lower so that it trades closer to the cash per share balance. 702 million in cash. Cash balance would be 656 million. Oh my gosh. Okay, but there would be 319 million shares, so the cash per share would fall to no. This is not necessarily true. Like, you're making so many assumptions. You're making so many assumptions in these little calculations. Like, oh my gosh, that represents a potential drop to 185 from 524. 65% fall from here. Are you going to shoot the CEO in the head? Like, do I need to call the police? Are you okay? Oh, I think I know what the problem is. This guy shorted Tesla a year ago. This guy shorted Bitcoin. Doesn't this seem like the type of investor that would short this just because, oh, they're not profitable, they're losing money, there's no, and just doesn't even look at the product, doesn't even look at the markets that they're going to penetrate or catalysts or anything, and just conveniently just completely leaves out everything that we heard yesterday in the earnings report. This means no one really wins with a higher cash raise, unless of course the company could show us why it needs the cash and show how it will make the company profitable. We're already on the way to profitability, buddy. We already beat EPS this quarter. We beat revenue and matched EPS last quarter. We've already done the revenue projections. Unless operating expenses keeps increasing at an insane rate, we will be profitable way faster than like 2024, 2023, which is when Simply Wall Street is projecting it. I would not be surprised if we're profitable Q4. I've already talked about this. I would not be surprised if Q4 we get a positive EPS. I mean that sincerely, but of course I'm not predicting. I'm just saying I would not be surprised at all. And this is the worst part: no clear guidance, right? But in the May 13th earnings release, says the company give no guidance, right? Oh, just nothing. They're just nothing at all. No outlook for earnings. Yeah, no, it's not like they said we're going to get an estimated 43 more sapphires sold by the end of the year, which would result in an extra $6.5 million in revenue. We've already done the calculations for that in the earnings report live. BNGO earnings report live. $6 million in cash. Divide that by 3. That's $2 million each quarter. That's all. That's not even counting the lineage in revenue or the consumables revenue or the Sapphire 2.0 14x throughput revenue that they're going to get from all the high volume or even medium and low volume labs that are going to switch over to the new Sapphire, which with potentially new innovations. We're not even counting any of that. That's $2 million each quarter without counting anything else but the Sapphire estimated sales. Estimated. And guess what? Bionano, they like to underpromise and overdeliver, my friends. They have said this. They like to undershoot, so their estimates are only matched or beat. Therefore, don't expect BNGO stock to go anywhere but down. This is not a good forecast. Investors in public companies need to know why their share stakes face dilution. Otherwise, they assume the worst, that the company will spend the money on acquisitions that won't make the company profitable. Absolutely not true. I mean, this is just, what makes you think that? I mean, just look at Nano Dimension. They had like 3-4 offerings before $10 a share. Then they 2x to 18 almost, like an 80% increase after that. Actually, more than that, because most of the offerings were way down in like the $5 range. So basically, it kind of 4x'd and 3x'd since the first very offerings. Their investors trusted them. Do you know why they trusted them? Because they did their due diligence. They looked at more than just the freaking financials in it. And he didn't even look at the financials. He just conveniently doesn't mention that we have, what is it exactly? 384 million total assets and only 22 million total liabilities. He only goes on the negative stuff, and he makes so many assumptions. So I think I've already hammered this guy enough, but basically what this person, of course, I do think this person honestly got paid off to, I do think this person got money to pay to write this, because no one in their right mind would say that no, there's no clear guidance for Bionano stock. We got a ton of catalysts to look forward to. We got a ton of guidance. Top 10 takeaways. I'll link that in a card right now or some point in the video. All 2021 milestones are intact. We've got single nucleotide detection to look forward to. We've got innovations confirmed for Sapphire. Well, not necessarily the Sapphire, but actually they did allude to more Sapphire 2.0 innovations. We have a software that has higher computing now and a cheaper cost. We've got acquisition possibility. The chief financial officer hinted to an acquisition, and of course this person just conveniently didn't watch that or read the transcript or anything, because otherwise he would know that the chief financial officer, when asked about what they're going to use the cash for, which is the whole article's goal, right? They're not going to use the cash for anything good. Chief financial officer literally hinted to strategic moves. What do you think strategic moves means? I don't know the exact quote. I'm going to get that quote eventually. I'm going to look at the transcript again, but he basically hinted towards potential acquisitions, and it would make sense based on the lineage and acquisition that has been going very nicely, I would say. We've got the Regent rental program. We've got lineage in fortifying their business model. And their business model, speaking of the business model, they're doing a more go-to-market strategy, right? More sales-based, more marketing, hopefully marketing. We've got 5 new studies coming. We've got 5. Prenatal study, postnatal study, hematological malignancies and leukemia and lymphomas. That's the 4th, and is that 4? That's 5. Yeah, that's 5. That's it. And oh yeah, also solid tumor, right? So you got the prenatal, postnatal, hematological malignancies, and leukemia, and lymphomas, and then also the solid tumor research and study. And those are all for research use only. So no, they're not. Well, let's just pretend they're not. That doesn't cost. Let's just pretend they're not using any of their money for anything. No, they're not at all. No. It's not like a single nucleotide detection costs any money. No, of course not. This guy, I do believe this person got paid money to write this. Anyways, I'm just gonna current positions. We're just gonna skip over because this video is gonna be too long. So current positions. These are the current positions. Pause now if you want to see my whole portfolio. There you go, my friends. Anyways, price targets. I think I'm going to do a video on this, or maybe in the streams on Sunday we'll go over this more. We already kind of have, but these are the June 13th price targets. We're going to be going over these more in depth. Feel free to pause now and kind of review these. I'll go more in depth with these. And the May 13th close is not updated, of course. Anyways, relevant information in regards to the title is finished now. Discord, if you want to join the Discord, my friends, Discord is free and the link is in the description. Price charts, we're going to be going over those soon. Anyways, this is not financial advice. Thank y'all so much, man. I will see y'all in the next one.